Hi, everybody. Today we are joined by Chris Quaka, the President and CEO of the Benton Community Foundation. Chris, welcome to the Benton County COVID Connection. How are you today?
I'm great, Seth. How are you doing? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. The Community Foundation does a lot of important work in the community here. I know you as a group that helps to connect needs in the community with resources and donors. Can you speak a little bit more about the work of the foundation in Benton County?
Yeah, so the Benton Community Foundation has actually been in our county since 1953. And our focus has always been about creating a brighter future for children and families throughout our region. I came to the Community Foundation in 2017. And since then, I've learned that we love to connect people. We try to bring a real sense of community and our ability to build a stronger community together out in the community. And it's just been some of the most exciting work and fascinating work I've been able to do in my years of working with and in and around nonprofits.
It's really fantastic. I know that the foundation has supported in one way or another many of the nonprofits in Benton County and is doing so today. Can you speak a little bit about your current priorities with COVID-19? There's a lot of needs out there right now. How are you prioritizing your focus?
That's a great question. So today, with regards to COVID-19, we've opened up a response fund and we've raised over $300,000 in the last 5 weeks to support nonprofits and their individuals that they serve throughout Benton County. And our needs are really focused in on the urgent needs that nonprofits have, whether they've had to pivot their work to meet the new restrictions from social distancing to keeping people they serve healthy, even their volunteers and their clients healthy. We've tried to meet the most urgent needs that they have with funding that supplies monies for feeding people, sheltering people, getting them access to medical care, and then just providing an array of services that help and keep people from falling into poverty through direct grants to individuals. So we have an amazing list of partners, and 5 weeks in, we've granted more than $100,000 of those monies we've raised to support, last count, 14 nonprofits.
Wow, very impressive. And you're doing this in partnership with who?
Well, so we had a great opportunity to match a $50,000 challenge grant from one of our donors. We reached out to our friends at United Way, Lynn, Benton, and Lincoln counties and asked them to partner up with us. And we met that match last week handily with the support of not just hundreds of individuals across our county, but also great service organizations like the Greater Rotary Club of Corvallis, 100 People Who We Care. It's a group that raises money, and just a lot of different organizations that have reached out to us and said, how can we help? And so our focus, and I think one of the things that make us unique is that we're just here to connect people to the nonprofits they love. And this is a time where we can really make sure we're doing a good job of that.
I love that. And really at the heart of it is this philanthropic spirit from the foundation. And, I've heard you talk about philanthropy meaning many different things and not necessarily as something only for wealthy individuals to participate in. Can you talk a little bit about that? I know there's a lot of people in the county who are at home and they want to help. They might not know how.
Well, so that's a great question. There's so many ways to help. And when you think about giving or giving back to your community, there are indefinite things you can do. First of all, check out our website. If you go on the Benton Community Foundation website, bcfgives.org, you can go to our COVID-19 response page. If you'd like to give a gift, any donation makes a difference. When we talk about these big dollar numbers, just know those gifts come from people giving $25, $50, $100, sometimes $1,000. But at the bottom of that page, there are half a dozen links to blogs such as this, websites that offer information, the county resources, whether it's economic or volunteering or how you can help local nonprofits. There's many different ways. And I think one of the most impressive parts of this response in our region has been the county, city, and nonprofits like us, our ability to use social media, our websites, and the opportunities to outreach to people in ways that is meaningful and gives them a chance to give back. So, you know, if you give a gift, you can give any size, but really it's about, can you help your neighbor in another way? Can you mow an elderly neighbor's grass for them? Can you buy groceries for a neighbor that might not want to go to the store? Can you call some friends in town and get together that social distancing happy hour we've all missing right now? You know, is there a way you can lift the spirits of the people on your block? There are so many different things you can do today to give back that, well, we all need that encouragement and optimism right now.
Yes, I really agree. You know, my last question is, it's very hopeful. I think people are kind of missing a bit of hope right now. And I think when you look at the Community Foundation, you can really see it. You guys are doing good work on the ground and you're making a big difference. You're using community resources and you're funneling it to the groups that need it the most right now. It's really hopeful. What do you see over the coming weeks and months? I mean, where do you think all this is going? And how will the foundation engage?
Well, that's a great question. And I think I'd started off by saying that we're provided hope by our community's response. And so there are nonprofits out there that have changed how they're doing business. They are trying to help keep people healthy in our community. They are trying to provide food and shelter during this difficult time. And of course, medical care. So those people that are at those social service nonprofits that are delivering services today, they really inspire us and we're thankful to them. The foundation's role, though, our project is raising money, right? So we might not feed someone, but we try to provide the resources that helps a nonprofit feed a person. And the pivot that we've taken is that we've turned all of our attention away from our normal operations to raise money in partnership with United Way and some of our other local philanthropic partners to try to bring as many financial resources to bear in this short time. And the amount of work that we've done just in this short 5 or 6 weeks is tremendous when you consider the size of our team and what we're trying to accomplish in the sense of building a stronger community. You know, the future, I'm not sure what the future will bring, but I can say that the resilience, the thoughtfulness, the graciousness and generosity of our community and those people that have reached out to us and that we're working with, that will be here months from now. And we're really fortunate to live in a community that I think those are some of its core values. And so, while I can't tell you what the foundation will do, my hope is that, or what we've proven, is that we are willing to roll up our sleeves, to work as hard as we can, to focus on the things that we know how to do best, so we can help the other nonprofits in our community do what they do at their best level as well. So I'm sure that will continue in the future. I couldn't tell you what we'll do today. I also couldn't tell you 6 months ago that we'd be sitting here talking together either. So, you know, I'm heartened to know that if there is a role for the foundation to connect people to organizations they care about, that we'll be there to help.
Well, that sounds great. I agree that we are really fortunate to live in this community. We're very fortunate to have the Community Foundation here active and for so long. Well, Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. Once again, this is Chris Quaka, the President and CEO of the Benton Community Foundation. I am Severin Williams of the Benton County COVID Connection. Chris, thanks again. Have a great day.
You too, Sev. Thanks for having us on.